In this video we will learn about scale factor, and we will try to solve few questions of different types from this topic, scale diagram. So before I proceed, I'd like to show you some of the things that we did earlier, like scale factor is AL by DL. AL is actual length, that is length on the ground, and DL is drawn length, that is length on the paper. So if you just remember this formula, you can derive formula 2 and formula 3. You don't have to remember all of them, as I told in the previous video also. You have to just remember this. Now, in case you have to find drawn length, bring this drawn length to this place and bring a scale factor to the denominator. Or if you have to find actual length, that is length on the ground, it is equal to drawn length times a scale factor. This is our actual length, multiply these two and you get the drawn length. These were the things which we have already discussed. Now I will proceed to questions and show you how to think of a question and how to solve them. 14.F exercise 14F.2. Let us take this question. Question is asking, consider the length scale. Scale is 1:20. This is our question 1C. Scale is 1:20. Find the length which should be drawn to represent the actual length of. This is our actual length. Remember, it is in centimeter, whereas this is in meter. This is also in meter, this is also in meter. So what do you do? 480 centimeter is the actual length for which you have to find the drawn length. So we have the formula, drawn length is equal to actual length by scale factor, and actual length is given 480. It is in centimeter, remember, and the scale factor is given 20. So divided by 20, the scale factor. So you get the drawn length 24 centimeters. I hope it is clear. Similarly, if you have to do question D, 5.6 meter, then you have to first change 5.6 meter to centimeter. So 5.6 into 100 centimeter, and divided by how much? Divided by scale factor, that is 20. So divided by 20. So that becomes 560 by 20. 560 by 20, which is, after cancelling, you get 28 centimeter. In this question we will solve, we will now move to question 2. And question 2, we will take any question like whichever is a bit difficult one. Okay, it is millimeter, so we will take this one. Consider the scale 1:10,000. Find the actual length represented by a drawn length of 6.4 millimeter. 6.4 millimeter. As the question is asking you actual length, so we have this formula. Actual length is equal to DL times scale factor, and drawn length is 6.4 millimeter and the scale factor is 10,000, and the unit that you will get is what? Unit will be millimeter. Scale factor, we will use the same unit, so it is given 6.4 millimeter, so we will use here millimeter. Now if you multiply it, you get 6, 4, and how many zeros? There are 4 zeros here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be 64,000 millimeter. Now 64,000 millimeter, we should change it into the bigger unit. So if we divide by 10, you get the centimeter. So 64,000 divided by 10, you will get the answer in centimeter, which is equal to 6,400 centimeter. And if you further divide it by 100, because 100 centimeter is 1 meter, so 6,400 by 100 centimeter is equal to 64 meter, and that will be the answer. Hope it is clear. Now let me solve question 4, part A. Question 4A is asking, so it says select an appropriate scale. So what should be the scale? If you have to draw a rectangular house block 13 meter by 29 meter, that means 29 meter is length and 13 meter is width on the ground. These are in meters. So if you have to change and draw a diagram, what should be the length and what should be the scale? First you decide the scale, then only the length of the line could be found out. So we can take 1 centimeter is equal to 10 meter, and 10 meter means 10 into 100, 10 into 100 centimeter. So 1 centimeter is scale will be 1 centimeter represents 10 into 100,000, 1000 centimeter. That will be our scale. And if you use that scale, what should be the length? So you can just figure out from the formula, although the question is not asking the length. It is asking you the appropriate scale. So your answer is over here itself. But I am trying to explain what will be the length of this and this when you draw it on the paper. So as we have the formula, actual length is equal to drawn length times scale factor. But we have to find the length that is to be drawn on the paper. Actual length is 29 meters. So, and the scale factor you have found to be 1000. So actual length is equal to drawn length is equal to actual length by scale factor, and actual length is 29 meter, which you can change into centimeter by multiplying 100. So 2900 centimeter by 1000 centimeter. So actual length you are getting how much? 2900 by 1000, and if you cancel it, you are getting 2.9 centimeter. So 29 meter, that is the actual length. For this, the drawn length will be 2.9 centimeter, and in a similar way you can find out the length for this. For finding the width, again we have to find the drawn length on the paper. So that will be actual length, which is 13 here, and a scale factor. 13 is in meter, remember. So 13 meter, and a scale factor is how much? Scale factor is 1000. So just change meter into centimeter. So 13 meter into 100 by 1000, and this is 1300 by 1000, which is 1.3 centimeter. That means the drawn length will be, for width part it will be 1.3 centimeter, and here it will be 2.9 centimeter. 1.3 centimeter represents 13 meter, and 2.9 centimeter will represent 29 meter. I hope the entire explanation was clear to you. In this way you can solve the other questions that is given there. Question 4 I have solved, so you can solve 3 and 5 in a similar way. Now example 16, use your ruler and given a scale to determine the total length of the ship. So you have to use your ruler to find out the length, then convert accordingly. So that you can do if you wish. And similarly these questions, and then question 6 is asking, consider the scale diagram of a rectangle. The scale diagram is given and you have to determine everything. Then similar questions, whatever are the questions, you can see we have done the basic about them. So you can simply try and solve them, and if you encounter any problem you can ask me. So that's all for this topic, that is the topic that we are doing, scale diagram. I hope everything is clear. Still you can ask me questions. And the last topic I can see is activity. That is actually the same thing. It is not anything different. So you can go through it and try to solve. Unless you understand, you keep solving the question, asking me. And it is all. That's all for this video. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.